If you're going through probate, one of the first questions is how much is this actually going to cost me? Let me break down what probate really costs in Texas without all of the legal fluff. If you're dealing with an inherited house in Austin or Central Texas, my name is Nate Clark. I'm a probate realtor. I help families, executors, and heirs sell inherited properties every single week in Central Texas. This is probably the number one thing that comes up when people start thinking about actually opening probate. So as is usually the case, the cost of probate or any legal fees you might have usually is tied to how simple or how complicated the probate is going to be. Most people are surprised to learn that Texas probate is actually cheaper than a lot of other parts of the country. That said, there are still real costs to plan for. In Texas, probate attorneys are usually paid one of two ways. Number one is going to be a flat fee. Number two is going to be a statutory fee based off of the estate. For a straightforward probate with a will, typically attorneys will charge between $3,000 and $7,000 to $10,000. More complicated cases, no will, disputes between the heirs, multiple properties, can increase those costs quite a bit. Number two, court and filing fees. Court and filing fees are going to be a lot more minor than attorney's fees. Typically, you're talking about a couple $100s, but those vary depending on the county that you're filing probate in. Number three, executor fees. In Texas, executors are legally allowed to be compensated. The standard fee is up to 5% of certain estate transactions, although a lot of executors will actually waive this, especially if they're an heir. And this varies case by case. Number four, this is a larger item, property-related costs. If the estate owns a house, there are often ongoing expenses related to that property during probate, such as mortgage, taxes, insurance, utilities, and maintenance. These costs are usually paid by the estate, not by the heirs personally. Number five, if you're selling the house, there are going to be closing costs associated, notably realtor commissions and title fees. However, these aren't going to be paid up front. These are going to be paid out by the title company at closing. Here's something families don't always realize. Oftentimes, probate costs are paid by the estate, not directly by the heirs. In many cases, selling the house helps cover attorney's fees, taxes, and other probate expenses. That's why real estate decisions in probate are so closely connected. A mistake I see often is families delaying because they're afraid of probate costs. Ironically, waiting actually increases those costs through increased holding costs, penalties, and property upkeep. Sometimes moving forward sooner actually saves more money. So how much does probate cost in Texas? For many families, it's a few $1,000s. However, in more complex situations, it can be quite a bit higher. If you're trying to figure out what probate might look like in your specific case, or how selling an inherited house fits into the bigger picture, I'm happy to help you think it through. My contact information is below.